Hello, and welcome to my vlog. This is my sixth vlog, and I'm almost up to a week of doing this. It feels normal to be doing these by now. I do wish to be able to go ahead and start having more hand motions like I'm doing right now, or adding these into the vlogs, but from how the camera is positioned, and I don't really know. There's my usual stomach issues. Just like indigestion or something like that, but I do wish to have hand motion like this appear more in these videos, but I don't position the camera in a way to show my hands, which are a little bit lower than the camera's view. I have the laptop with the webcam on it on a table, and my hands are just below the table. So yeah, so I randomly go ahead and add my hand in there. So tomorrow I'm gonna be going to school again. Spring break will be over and I'll finally be in the fourth quarter. The last quarter in my high school career, I guess. I don't really think that's a good term for it. But yeah, I get to go ahead and enjoy going back to school. There's a lot of things I planned to do today that I did not get to do, which I might still go ahead and push to do before I fall asleep, but I think I'm going to just go ahead and try to minimize the damage of not doing them. The things I'm talking about pretty much are, I want to do 2 physics assignments today, which would go anywhere from just 10 minutes each for them to 2 hours each. So I cannot guarantee how long I'll be awake. And since school, well, I wake up and get ready for school around 5 a.m. in the morning. I do not really have. It is probably a bad idea for me to try push through doing the physics assignment, because I'll literally get an hour of sleep at most when I do that. So I'm thinking of going ahead and making it that I just go ahead and do the studying for those lessons, since I went ahead and scheduled a discussion-based assessment where I go ahead and call up my physics teacher, or he calls me at a scheduled time, and I have to go ahead and complete pretty much a vocal quiz over the subjects that have been covered so far in each module. In this module. With that being said, that means I have to go ahead and cover I have to learn a bunch of lessons by 4:30 tomorrow, or 4:30 p.m. tomorrow, which isn't impossible, especially with the fact that my school day tomorrow has a lot of computer classes where I just get to sit in front of a computer and do work. So with having computer classes, I can always just sign on to my FLVS account and get onto the lessons and read through them, take notes, and hopefully learn the stuff I need to and be prepared for the quizzes or the questions that he'll ask. Usually, or mostly, it is almost always just 5 questions for that assignment, the discussion-based assessment. But some of the questions are like 2-part questions, and with calculus, I'm used to 7-part questions by now. but at least at that point the questions are listed out in front of you. But I have on the phone, I am told the question, or I'm given one question, and it's like it's 3-part or 2-part or 3-part question. I have to remember every part of the question and then answer them in order, which is much more difficult than having the questions listed out in front of you. Yeah, so don't know which I'm gonna do yet. But if I do choose to just not do the assignments tonight and just read the lessons until then, that means besides doing the physics assignment or the discussion-based assessment, I still have to do 2 other assignments that day later on afterwards, which I'm not against since this is my fault for procrastinating. So I guess I just have to go ahead and deal with the consequence of procrastinating and just do as much work as I can. Now, another thing I'm worried about with school tomorrow is the school that I go to has its schedule separated in what I think is an odd format. All students, or almost all students, have 8 periods or 8 classes, and they're numbered 1 through 8, which is a common thing I would assume, but my school has 2 different days for the classes that are cycling in and out. You have odd days and even days. Odd days, as the name implies, you go ahead and you have your period 1, 3, 5, and 7, and even days, as the name implies, you have periods 2, 4, 6, and 8. But what that does is makes it that sometimes the amount of time you get on some classes are not even with other classes. If you have, like, in the morning you go ahead and have a class that is like this or interrupted by an assembly, and then 2 classes later you have that class again, but it's interrupted by like a fire alarm or some fire drill, and one class will get far behind all other classes, which is an issue with this type of scheduling. So I don't think it's that effective at scheduling. But another thing that did is that you'd assume it always, every semester and every quarter, starts with the odd day, starting with period 1. Well, it, as far as I've known, this is the 4th year I've been in high school, but as far as I've known, it always has been odd day, even day, odd day, even day, all the way through the year. Never go ahead and miss having that messed up by anything. It always was odd, even, odd, even. And it always started the quarter and the semester with an odd day. But the last day of school for the 3rd quarter was an odd day. So either they're going to make it that it's 2 odd days in a row, that last day for 3rd quarter and the first day of 4th quarter, or they're going to start 4th quarter off with an even day, which is something they haven't done in all 4 years I've been here in the school, which is perplexing and only because I don't know which way they'll choose. Because of that, I'll have to go ahead and bring or I have separate book bags, one for each day. I'll have to bring both them with me to school and go ahead and bring only, or find out what type of classes I'll have that day and bring that one with or into school. Since I'll be driving myself to school, I can leave the other one in the car, but I'll need to go ahead and figure that out beforehand. Then besides that, or not really besides that, but with that in mind, I don't have to worry too much about getting my work done for if it's an odd day or even day, because none of my teachers went and gave specifically homework that would be due the first day back. One of my teachers, my AP Calculus BC teacher, gave us a classwork assignment that if we turned in the first day back from spring break, we get extra credit for, which, since there's only going to be 2 grades for this quarter, since we're focusing mainly on preparing for the AP exam that's coming up soon. With that in mind, extra credit is really useful. But I didn't do it yet, and I was planning on doing it tomorrow, since why not? I want to enjoy my spring break a little more and then get right into the mood of working or doing schoolwork as soon as I got back into school. But if they go ahead and set up that it goes odd day, then that will not be working out for me, since then I would have my calc class twice in a row, and I would be having my calc class tomorrow, which I'm hoping doesn't happen. Also, if I have my calc class, or if I have the odd day with 1st, 3rd, 5th, and 7th period tomorrow, that means I will not be able to get onto a computer that easily during school. And with that in mind, I won't be able to go ahead and get my studying for the discussion-based assessment later on in physics. I won't be able to get the studying done correctly because I won't have my computer classes. I'll figure out how to manage this, but these are just like some slight worries. Now, just to talk quickly about how my day went. Not much happened. I got to go out to the movies, and well, until going out to movies, I went ahead and mainly just watched YouTube. I did go ahead and drive my grandfather to Walmart and help him pick up the stuff he needed. I go ahead and help him go shopping once in a while, but it's the least I can do when he goes ahead and lets me borrow his car so I can go to school and drive myself there. Yeah. It was kinda irritating that he is not very vocal, even worse than me by a lot. And when it comes to calling him over the phone to find out where in the store he is, it is like trying to go ahead and find like one sound that you can pick and then think, okay, what word does it sound fit in? Okay, then what aisle could that be in? Okay, I'll head there. It was not easy to go ahead and meeting up with him after I went ahead and got most of his groceries for him. But after all of that, I went ahead and got to go to movies with my mother and brother. We watched Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice. I won't spoil it, but as far as the movie went, it felt like it went on for a long period of time. There's some movies that make you think that it is going way too quick, but that one honestly didn't do that. It did not feel like a normal movie. It did good. I was entertained throughout it. And whoever was playing Lex Luthor, he went ahead and did good getting some social awkward characteristics into the character. I don't really know too much about Lex Luthor's actual personality in the comics, but on the screen it was enjoyable to watch him like that, so I liked it. As far as who played Batman, his portrayal definitely follows a more dark and gritty Batman than most of the movies. Like, I'm assuming this is near the end of or later years of his career as Batman. So I guess that would make sense. But I'm pretty sure he went and got rid of the no killing rule. Which is a major thing with Batman since he isn't a murderer. Yeah. Then Wonder Woman, whoever played that, I wanted to see more of her in the movie. But I'm not going to give any spoilers to like what happened in the movies. I'm just talking about whether I think the characters did good, and they did. I wish Doomsday showed up earlier and the Batman vs Superman fight started early as well, but the only reason for that is that I wanted to go ahead and see more of it, because they were enjoyable. I wanted to see more of Doomsday, but there wasn't too much when you have Doomsday versus those three. And I want to see the rest of the members who's going to be in the Justice League just a little bit more than just those clips that they'll show. But yeah, I want to see them more than they were shown. But that's something that I'll just have to wait for one of their movies that comes out. Like, if there's an Aquaman movie, which I hope there is, I hope they do a very good portrayal of him, since I want to see a Aquaman that is strong. I want to see one that is a dominant character, isn't just comic relief and we'll go ahead and have the fans just thinking, why is this character even amongst the Justice League? I want to see Aquaman be like that, the character that you think does fit in with Superman and Wonder Woman and Batman. Even though Batman sometimes sticks out, but he deserves to be in there just for the fact that he's Batman. You can't go ahead and say no to having Batman in Justice League, because he can take on any of the other members of Justice League one-on-one, and sometimes even one on more than one, like 1-on-2, 1-on-5. So you can see why you cannot toss him out, but you need to have Batman in there. But Aquaman is the one that everyone just always questions, why is he in there? And I want to see him actually be portrayed as someone that is worth being in there. Honestly, the character that I always question why he's in there was the Flash, but after going and doing a little research of about him in the comics. Yeah, I can agree with him being in there. But then I went and found out there's a character called Cyborg that I never even knew was in there. He has no major image in the public eye whatsoever so far. So Cyborg, they need to go ahead and do something impressive with him to make him actually fit in. Because he is not like a comic character that people remember. But altogether, the movie was enjoyable. Don't waste your time waiting for the end credit scene. There isn't any if you're going to watch that. But it was enjoyable and made my day, since pretty much that was the main thing I did, was watch a movie. I was waiting to watch this movie since the first trailer came out because superhero movies are fun. I haven't seen too many that I haven't seen any that I've actually watched that were unenjoyable. I know I've seen like bits and pieces of video online about some superhero movies and superpower movies that just make me think I do not want to watch this movie. But I haven't watched any of them in theater that gave me that feeling. So I've been waiting to watch this one, and then Spring Break came out. I thought I'd get an easy chance to go and see it, and it took till the last day of Spring Break to watch it because the scheduling was my brother wanting to see it, my mom wanted to see it, but none of them willing to go ahead and watch it too, or my mom not wanting to watch it early in the week because of her wanting to do her scheduling for her classes, and then my brother near the end of the week go ahead and filling up his time with his school, so it took until the last day for us to finally have time to watch it. It was worth the wait. I enjoyed it. Okay, I have to get ready for school tomorrow. I'm gonna have to wake up at 5 a.m. Okay. Oh yeah. Since this is the 6th daily vlog and 6th day since I went and started working out, that means tomorrow will be the last day before I start introducing cardio every day. Which means, well, honestly I'm looking forward to Wednesday, or the 8th day, so I can actually do cardio. Cause that is probably my high point when it comes to working out, is that I am someone who loves to build endurance. And things like go ahead and do wall squats, running miles, or jogging miles and miles, or go ahead and doing things like planks, going ahead and just doing huge amounts of reps with low weight. I just love to build endurance, and cardio is the main way of building endurance. So I am waiting. I'm gonna be enjoying when that comes up. I'll probably hate myself right when I'm doing it because I am still out of shape. To the end, I'm gonna have stomach issues. But I'm gonna enjoy. I'm gonna hate myself while doing it at first. But that is one thing I've been looking forward to, and I can't wait. I'll see you next time. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching.